Port Charles is about to be shaken to its core as a deadly twist turns the Davis sisters' lives upside down and leaves one family forever fractured. Just when everyone believed Kristina Corinthos Davis had met a tragic end in a vicious new battle tearing through Port Charles, the truth detonates like a nuclear bomb. Kristina is alive. But the victory is short-lived because her sister, Molly Lansing Davis, is the one who perished. Now, General Hospital fans are bracing for an emotional, character-driven storyline that will unravel the mystery behind Molly's death, expose family betrayals, and set the stage for vengeance, redemption, and unimaginable consequences. Buckle up, because this is going to be one of the most unforgettable chapters in the Davis legacy. When the gunfire exploded in the back alley behind Charlie's pub during what was supposed to be a routine meeting about the LGBTQ youth shelter, the last thing anyone expected was that Kristina would vanish in a haze of blood and smoke. Initial reports confirmed that Kristina had been shot. Witnesses claimed they saw her body pulled into a black SUV, and then nothing. Days passed. Alexis collapsed in grief. Sonny turned Port Charles upside down in a quest for vengeance. TJ, reeling, tried to be the emotional rock for the family as everyone accepted the horrifying truth.
Kristina was dead. Gone.
Another victim in a war she never signed up for. Or so they thought. 2 weeks later, in a stunning twist no one saw coming, a battered but very much alive Kristina stumbles into General Hospital's ER, dehydrated, bruised, and trembling. Her voice cracked as she uttered 3 chilling words. They kill Molly. Port Charles stops. Time freezes. Alexis, already broken, lets out a cry that echoes through the hospital halls. The body recovered from the SUV fire wasn't Kristina, it was Molly. Kristina, after regaining her strength, reveals a story so twisted and horrific, even Sonny is stunned. According to her, the ambush was never meant to target her or Molly. It was supposed to be a warning to someone else, but when a mysterious figure got wind of the Corinthos Davis family's proximity to the underground movement challenging Brennan's failed reign, everything changed. Kristina and Molly were kidnapped by 2 masked operatives working for a new enemy trying to seize power from the ashes of pikemen. Both sisters were held in an abandoned warehouse for days. And then, without warning, the captors began arguing. One of them said they made a mistake. Kristina reveals that they grabbed the wrong Davis sister. Within hours, Molly was drugged. They made Kristina watch as her sister was dressed in her clothes, then thrown into the SUV that was rigged to explode. The operatives vanished, and Kristina was left tied to a pole, screaming into the void. Alexis Davis has faced grief before. She's buried people she's loved. But nothing compares to the moment she learns Molly died thinking she was unloved, a casualty of a war the family never understood. Racked with guilt over pushing her daughters too hard to live perfectly, Alexis explodes in court when the suspects are brought in for arraignment. She screams at the judge, slaps one of the operatives, and has to be restrained by Sonny and Sam. She collapses in the hallway of the courthouse, whispering, "My baby's gone, and I couldn't even say goodbye." TJ Ashford's world crumbles. The woman he was planning to marry, build a family with, grow old beside, gone. And as the days go by, his pain morphs into something far more dangerous: resentment. He confronts Kristina outside GH in one of the show's most emotionally gutting scenes. "You're alive. But why wasn't she? Why did she have to die in your clothes? For you." Kristina breaks down, admitting she wished it had been her. But TJ, lost in his own grief, walks away. Sam McCall tries to hold the family together, but the loss is tearing everyone apart. Alexis is drinking again. TJ won't talk to anyone. Danny is asking questions about death that she can't answer. And Kristina is spiraling. But Sam's role gets even more complicated when she discovers a hidden file on Molly's laptop, encrypted messages tied to a legal whistleblower case. A case Molly was working on against Sonny Corinthos. Sam confronts her mother with the file. Alexis freezes. She knew Molly was digging into Sonny's affairs, but begged her to drop it. Now, Sam is starting to wonder, was this about Kristina? Or was Molly targeted because she was getting too close to the truth? It turns out that someone very powerful wanted Molly silenced. Enter Maxwell Ryland, a billionaire tech tycoon with ties to the Pikeman Group and a deep vendetta against the Corinthos family. He made his first move with Jason's return. Now, he's trying to reshape Port Charles through fear, politics, and death. Kristina was simply collateral damage in his original plan. But when Molly started putting the pieces together, Ryland ordered her elimination and blamed it on the chaos of war. Now, Maxwell Ryland is making a bid to buy GH's board, build a prison in upstate New York with corrupt state funding, and even run for office. But Sonny's watching, and Kristina is planning revenge. Gone is the soft-hearted, sometimes chaotic, always loving Kristina. What rises from the ashes of grief is a new woman, one who isn't afraid to go to war. I couldn't save Molly, but I will make sure no one forgets her. And I will make Ryland pay. Kristina launches a campaign in Molly's name, the Justice for Molly Initiative, combining activism with hard evidence. But behind the scenes, she's working with Jason and Anna to dismantle Ryland's network one piece at a time. Kristina also begins training with Dex, learning self-defense, combat, and the darker arts of intelligence work. The sweet bartender is now a warrior, and someone is about to learn just how dangerous a grieving Davis woman can be. Detective Dante Falconeri is now staring at a truth he never wanted to face. Molly was investigating Sonny. She may have died because of it. Kristina was nearly killed too. And now, Dante must choose between the badge and the bloodline. When he discovers evidence that Sonny may have indirectly funded one of Ryland's shell companies, Dante's conscience goes into overdrive. If I cover for him, I betray Molly. If I turn him in, I destroy my father. Dante makes a shocking choice. He gives the evidence to Anna and walks off the force, but refuses to testify. He won't destroy Sonny, but he won't be a cop who looks the other way either. Molly's funeral is one of the most emotional scenes in General Hospital history. Alexis delivers a eulogy so raw, viewers will need tissues in hand. Molly was brave, smart, tenacious. She was a woman who never compromised her values, not even when it cost her life. I wasn't the perfect mother, but I was lucky to be hers. TJ breaks down at the gravesite, placing her favorite law book beside the coffin. Kristina can barely speak, but she whispers, "I'll find them all, and I'll make sure your light never dims." As Hallelujah plays softly in the background, the sisters, now just two, walk away, hand in hand, toward a storm of uncertain tomorrows. Kristina begins operating undercover, using her public image to get close to Ryland's political network. TJ gets an offer from the WSB, who are impressed with his forensic medical work, but it would mean leaving Port Charles. Alexis faces disbarment after an outburst in court, unless she agrees to represent someone she despises, Maxwell Ryland himself. Sam discovers Molly had frozen embryos, and they may be her only way to carry on Molly's legacy. Jason and Kristina grow closer, forming a bond as two survivors who refuse to be victims. Sonny's health begins to fail, and he makes a shocking confession to Kristina. He blames himself for Molly's death. Nina returns, offering to help Kristina take down Ryland, but at a steep price. Molly Lansing Davis may be gone, but her death will send ripples through every corner of Port Charles. It challenges loyalties, cracks open old wounds, and forces the Davis women to rebuild their lives in a world that feels colder without her light. For Kristina, this is the beginning of a new era. An era where she's not just Sonny's daughter or Alexis's activist. She's a force of justice, a voice for the voiceless, and a woman on a mission to turn her sister's tragedy into a legacy that can't be silenced.